Hey, welcome to Friday Night System Outage. I'm your host and pilot, Charles. Let me go ahead and get this stuff set up. We are live. Okay, I know I've been gone for a couple weeks. I apologize for that. I had some family in town. Sorry about that. I had some family in town, and I have had the flu, and I'm trying to get over that. So that's kind of prevented me from doing very much. Okay, so what are we going to do tonight? So if you remember, 2 weeks ago, I played the what did I name it? Yep. Okay. That's not even on here. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. I played Simulate, which was the new Apex hotness, which uses a simulator to be able to get around um, a lot of the restrictions that exist within that mini faction, um, because there are a lot. I really like Apex. I always wanted Apex to work, but there were so many things that kept him from being as good as he could be. And I really think that Assimilate is. I know it's slow, but I think that's the card that could really start to change things around for him. Okay, so my format that I want to stick to with my Friday night system outage streams is I want to 1 week play a runner deck and then the following week play a corporation deck. So I know if I stuck to that, technically I'd be playing a runner deck tonight, but since I didn't stream last week, we're actually going to be running this deck called Tetsuzanko, or Tetsuzanko, because there's an exclamation point. I can't even remember where I found this, to be totally honest with you. I'm not even going to bother looking it up. It's going to take too long to find it. I just wanted to do something a little different. Not necessarily, hey, what is the deck that's going to be able to go out there and just wreck face and win me every single game. I mean, winning is fun, and losing typically is not as much fun. But I really just wanted to find a deck that I would enjoy playing, and this one really stuck out to me. I'm a real big fan of trap decks. In fact, I created this deck a while back, Fear the Walking Dead, which is a cybernetics division deck, and it did pretty well. I took it to the Raleigh, North Carolina regionals, and I didn't do very well overall, but I won 4 out of 6 games with this deck, and it's a lot of fun to play. It really throws people off because everything you throw out is either an agenda or a trap. So this one felt very similar to me. It relies very heavily on punishing the runner when they run. Just for running, it punishes the runner for accessing cards, and it punishes the runner for accessing agendas. So that kind of is like the trifecta for me. You have well, first off, the ID, Harpsichord Studios Entertainment Unleashed, says that the runner cannot steal more than one agenda each turn. So this is an asset spam deck. Granted, there are only 9 assets, so it's an asset spam deck. It's really just a spam the board deck. What you want to do is get multiple agendas out on the board, because most of them, in fact, all but 5 are 1-pointers, and they can only steal 1 a turn. So things like indexing are still a pain. They can bury cards that you need, or they can layer up agendas and go in on turn 1, the very turn they index, and then the next turn they can go back in and steal the next agenda. And then if if there are more than two, heaven forbid, they can go back in another turn and steal one more. So you really want to Vadim Kazakov. I think Franchise City is really good in this deck. All right, let me look that up. Franchise City Netrunner DB. So let's look that up. Franchise City. When the runner accesses an agenda, add Franchise City to your score area as an agenda worth 1 agenda point. Yeah, that is definitely good. The main issue with this deck is it runs pretty poor. So I don't claim to be a great deck builder or anything like that. I don't know if I don't know how much tweaking you would have to do in order to make Franchise City work, because 3 to res, I mean, they're definitely more expensive cards, but if you're running 3 of this, which I assume you are, that's 9 credits over the course of the game. I don't run any oh, I take it back. I do run 3 hedge fund, but that's basically the only economy other than a couple pop-ups. Yeah. Well, and product placement. Here I am. I'm saying one thing and my deck is saying another thing. Well, let me get back to it. You know what, Vadim? I like that suggestion. Maybe I'll do another video where I pilot this a couple games in the casual lobby and try to add in Franchise City and see what kind of changes that makes. Yeah, so you want to spam out agendas, just agenda, with the goal of scoring as many AR enhanced securities as you can, which is super difficult because I find 9 times out of 10, I don't know, the runner knows, hey, he put out 3 agendas, that one's the AR enhanced security. I don't get to score hardly one very often. But this is the one that you want to focus on because this punishes them for trashing a lot of these things, which means that cards like product placement, which is a huge cornerstone of this deck's economy engine, if you've scored 3 AR enhanced security, they trash this for 2 and take 3 tags. That's not really worth it. But then if you place this on a central, you're just punishing the runner for running that central over and over again. You're just watching your bank account grow and grow and grow. Right. So, yes, we have honey farms, which fire from archives. It's really nasty. I didn't think they fired from archives, but they do. News team also fires from archives, and obviously Snare does not. So the goal, really, I think, is to keep snares in hand, dump, depending on what runner ID you're facing, dump honey farms into archives to really punish those if they're trying to... Hey. Yep. Hey guys, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to help my wife get the dogs outside real quick. I'll be right back. All right, apologize about that. No, for some reason I thought Honey Farm gained you credits. No, Vadim, the nasty thing is it's just every time the runner accesses it, they lose a credit. So if you have 3 in archives and they're trying to farm counters, uh, it's really effective. It's really effective, and it's a big deterrent. Unfortunately, I don't know that MBN is necessarily the best faction to, like, my ice isn't really spiky enough to kind of monopolize on that. Like, it would be great if I could just leave archives open and boom, -3, boom, -3, boom, -3. And they're like, crap, I'm hemorrhaging money. I'm going to have to run another server. And then if I'm playing PE, Jinteki Personal Evolution, they're just constantly running through something like a DNA tracker or Chiyashi. That would be much, much better. I don't really have anything like that. I mean, Data Ward is another tax. Obviously, Data Raven and Archangel isn't cheap to break, especially since most people are playing the Conspiracy Breakers. But a lot of this other stuff, Resistor, it's just really, it's not punishing enough. But so, what are... I love you. Hey, Spectre. Night-night, puppy. Okay, so let's talk about win cons for this deck. The win cons are to get the runner to access all 3 kitties while they're tagged, so that you don't have to spend clicks or money to score those out. So that's 3 points. Scoring out is kind of difficult because, once again, there's not a ton of ice and a lot of it's pretty easy to just walk right through. One of the main win cons is, I know it's kind of cheesy, but it's boom. Going with economic denial, burying them in tags, taking out key pieces of equipment, even going so far as to include the all-seeing eye. If I added anything in here, it might be a psychographics, because I feel like that's what it's really missing, is that psychographics is the real win con, because you can just bang out like a 4-point Project Beal. But anyways, so that's the deck we're going to be running tonight. As always, I would love to hear questions and suggestions from you guys in the chat, which I have open right here on the side. So let's get running. All right. Let's see who joins up. Hopefully we don't have to wait very long. Orange juice. Got to keep that vitamin C up. Yeah, Vadim, I really like that suggestion of Franchise City. I'm probably going to try to tweak the deck and see if I can add that in there and really punish them. Because there's nothing worse than accessing, what is it, TGB, GT, taking a tag, only getting 1 point, and then the corporation gets to add that. It's nasty. Absolutely nasty. Alright, Deep Omega. Alright, so let's get started. Hey-oh. Okay, okay. So they're playing Apex. Good luck, have fun. So we know that we need to go fast. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this is fine. If they access this, I think what we do is we put that out, and then we put this over R&D. Let's see what that does. Hopefully they access the Explodapalooza. But honestly, they're probably not even going to run. Oh, well, what do you know? So that worked out perfectly. So we gain 5. We'll be able to score out the Project Beal next turn, which is exactly what we want to do. All right. So we have 2 of our really punishing cards in hand. We've got News Team, which is either going to really just soak them in tags or take away agenda points, and obviously Snare. So, all right. So I think what we do is we put this over... Put this over Headquarters. Let's draw one more time. We'll put that over R&D. Okay. That way if they run in R&D, we'll really rack up some creds real fast. By the way, if you guys are having issues hearing me or anything like that during the stream, please say something in the chat so that I can make those changes and not have just one long crappy chat video. I'd really appreciate that. All right, we drew into a hedge fund. But let's draw once. Okay, we can hedge fund, and let's throw out the News Team. Let's see if they bite at that. They're not gonna bite. Okay. All right, let's draw once. R&D and a credit. Okay, so once again, this is one of our... I don't know if they're going to be running R&D a lot, but one of the main parts of our economy engine. All right, so they are definitely hard in setup mode. So what we need to do is get some stuff out there. New remote. Let's put this... Let's overwrite that News Team. So maybe they'll think that's something spicy. Dang. Every time they know. Every time. But now we can hit them with hard-hitting news, which is a trace 4. So we just need to pump 4 credits into it. So let's go ahead and play that. They don't have a bad pub. Credit. And why don't we go ahead and cycle some of these back in. We'll cycle that hedge fund, hard hitting, and all seeing eye. Really let them know what we're about. Okay, yeah. All right. All right, so this is a gamble. I know I'm throwing out points that they can score. I really, really want to score this really badly. Okay, awesome. Does mean that I can't Can't res my data raven, but that's okay. Let's draw once. Let's put that in server 6. Yep, that's fine. Gain a credit, and we'll dump a honey farm into archives. So that's where we want it to end up. We want all of our news teams, in theory, I think we would like all 3 news teams and all 3 honey farm. Oh, they've got the assimilator out. All right, it's about to start getting tough. Yep, Rachel Beckman. Now he's got 5 clicks every turn. Draw, credit, this. Let's get rid of... I hate to do it. I hate to do it. See, and I now find myself in the same problem I consistently find myself in with this deck, is how do I win? Nanotech, all right, that's a good one. Draw once. Let's put this over HQ, I guess. That mad dash really messed up our math, though. Alright. This will be good. This will be good. Because it's going to mess them up. There we go. All right. So hopefully they'll run this first. Oh, I don't know. That might have been a bad move. See, every time. Every time. Man. Well, now we're screwed because all they have to do is run that and they win. No. Goodness gracious. All right. So credit, credit, credit. We'll drop the Archangel. All right. Should have Hunter Secret their Gordian, I think. Yeah, you know what, Vadim, you're probably right. because they're probably not running recursion. All right, so let's do that. Let's see what they do. Every time. Like magic. Goodness gracious. Good game. Well played. You are a medium. Mind reader and all. Apex says, oh no. Okay. Thanks again. Peace in our time. Okay, so. Well, that didn't really go the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. That is okay. All right. Cerebral palsy. Okay. Hey-oh. Okay. All right, so... Oh, man. Freaking Eddie Kim. Ugh. Good luck. Ditto. Let's see. Let's keep this. Why not? R&D, HQ, gain a credit. Okay. Just need to get an early Ares score. Yeah, you're right, Vadim. That is absolutely what this deck has to have happen. Problem is, I always seem to draw them at very inopportune times. Okay, so let's draw once. Let's draw twice. We will hedge fund, and we'll drop that. We'll drop a news team into archives. We need to get something over HQ to incentivize them to run into archives. So I think next turn after our mandatory draw, we'll draw once. Ooh. We'll draw again. And we'll drop this. Actually, let's drop this over headquarters. And we'll dump a honey farm and another news team. Okay, so now that makes 2 news teams and 1 honey farm in the bin. Outage. All right, let's see. So let's draw once. I think we have to. Do we drop a snare in a remote? No. We have to drop 2 on the board because if they steal 1, then we can score the other one. 10 creds. Ooh, Bagot. Let's go ahead and score that. What do we drop? What do we drop? Honestly, I think we drop the Hunter Seeker right now. I'd rather keep. You know, that was a bad play, wasn't it? Probably should have dropped a hard-hitting news. Their credit lead is just so ahead of us. Ah, Jeff. Look, spoilers. All right. Okay, so let's get this on headquarters. Credit. Okay. Score this out. We'll drop a hard-hitting news. I just don't know that we're gonna have the credit lead, especially since we still haven't seen an Ares. Activist. Okay. Ooh, Sneak Door Beta. All right. Yes, I will use Snare, please. Haha, now they are tagged. Ooh, man. If we top deck an All-Seeing Eye, that would be so incredible. Oh, that would be so incredible. There go the product placements. So what to do? What to do? It's only a one of. Is this a self-damage deck? I think what we do is, oh man, no, because they're going to be running multiple Begods. And well, they're going to be running multiple of all these. Man, I just don't know what to do. I can hedge fund, trash, hedge fund, trash. I'll tell you what, why don't we draw once and just see if we could. Okay, we didn't. So draw, hedge fund, and trash. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do hard-hitting news. So 4, 5. So I just need to boost it by 2. Yeah. All right. That was just a super unlucky snared access. All right. All-seeing eye. Come on. I feel like we have to at this point. Let's trash that. We'll drop a kitty, a news team, and we'll drop the closed accounts. All right. So, unfortunately, I think the next couple turns are going to be a little boring. It's 5 to get through that. The deck could use an award bait or two. Yeah, it could. I mean, the deck is fun. It's definitely not tier 1. Yeah, I think, yes, Vadim, I think the aim really is just to kill them. Obviously, I can't res this. Lucky them. But Boom is only a 1 of, so... Alright. I feel like the main win con is to kill, but there aren't very many... there aren't very many kill pieces in the deck itself. Alright, so at least we can start getting some money. Or at least dissuade them from running. No one wants to keep going through a data raven. What to do, what to do. I can't really score out these Explodapaloozas. I can't. But what I can do is res that now. I know that takes me down to 0, but that is not a card that they can just let fire. That'll really set them back. I think next turn I just need to spam at least one of these out just to get money. Oh, watch, he's going to hit the snare. Oh. Alright, so we've got the Boom in hand. Let's just credit up. Hey, Spectre, come here, puppy. Come here. Come here. I don't know if you guys can see this puppy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So the trick now is to hit them with 2 tags. So now we're back up on money. Yep, gain that. Man, we've seen so few agendas this game. Oh, and there's the all-seeing eye. So the question then is, how do I get this scored? It's too late though, isn't it? Let's do this. Let's fake him out. Let's see what that does. I don't know. Maybe they'll think that's an Explodapalooza or something. Good night, Spectre. Come here, puppy. Yeah. Yeah. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. This is what I'm saying. Like, no matter what I do... Wow, this just gets me 5 free credits. Oh, they imped it. Alright, so we'll throw a honey farm and a cute little kitty in there. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Boy, that is really... They're not going to be happy when they go through there. They're not. They've got to at some point, though. Okay. Draw. Let's do credit, and then we'll preemptive. What are we going to bring back? Two products. Oh, we need some money. Or do we? No. Need a hard-hitting news. Let's bring the face up one so they know. This is useless. Oh, goodness. I don't know. Maybe they're just going to wait and remote lock us until we're decked. Wouldn't be a bad call. I think that's what they're going to do. All right. How much you want to bet they're going to go for server 7? Watch. What? Come on. Is going to imp it. Yep. He's got to run it. Let's put this in a new remote. Get rid of that. And let's hope they're not running much recursion. Here we go. Here we go. one more boost. There we go. Oh, but he can choose the order he accesses in, huh? So we lose. That was dumb. I'm sorry, I don't mean that against cerebral palsy. Like, that's right. Oh, snap. I've totally forgot. Mm. Man, this is this is gonna punish him so bad. Oh man. So Vadim, this is kind of how it's designed. Come on, yes. That's game right there. That's game. Living the dream. Honestly, I forgot that he could only steal one a turn. I thought for sure, like, oh, that's game right there. Never gone up against those ambushes. Yeah, they're nasty. Actually, maybe annoying is the better term. So while we're waiting for him to finish his turn, I want to put another plug out there for anyone who's watching this, whether you're watching live or you're watching the whatevs lesson learned, whether you're watching the playback. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or suggestions, decks you want to see me play, specific deck lists, cards that you want to see how they work, please email me at systemoutage@outlook.com. That's rough. Yeah. Not the way you want to go out. But thanks for the game. It was tense. Peace in our time. Yeah, harpsichord, much like PE, running archives could be game losing. Yeah, now it's GG. Yeah. Okay. So once again, I'm sorry, I got distracted. If there are any questions that you want to ask me, specifically decks you'd like to see me attempt to pilot, then please email me at systemoutage@outlook.com, spelled just like my channel name and my screen name, and I'd be more than happy to oblige that. Okay, so let's go again. You know what? Why don't we? All right, Vadim, you've made some good suggestions so far, so why don't we try to implement some of those? I don't like Data Ward. I think I'm going to take that out and add another toll booth. Take out a Hunter Seeker. Can I add a boom? No, I can't add a boom. Man, there's really just not, let's see, a ward bait. just to see what those look like. Yeah, award bait is pretty nasty. The thing is, all these other agendas really work well with the theme of the deck. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's do that. All we did was switch one piece of ice. Not really any major changes. So, let's see. Let's see if that can make a difference. Oh yeah, and I'm certainly not crapping on your suggestion, Vadim. I think that I've played a harpsichord deck that runs award bait, and it is frustrating, to say the least, when you score an agenda and then watch them overscore a Beal the next turn. It's very frustrating. Ew. Okay. Ooh, this is a good hand. It's got a lot of punishment in it. Doesn't have any ice, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. That could be a problem. So let's draw. Yeah, it's a different archetype. It's an archetype I like, though. Oof. I don't know how I feel about that. Tossing a kitty so early. Oh, well, maybe it's going to pay off. Ooh, hit a mining accident. That's always good. Well. Alright. So now we just kind of need to credit back up after that. Alright. Hopefully that... okay, trope. So we definitely want to Hunter-Seeker trope away. Well, now we can Hunter-Seeker trope. So, let's take the bad pub. Because honestly, it's gonna come down to them. It's gonna come down to them not wanting to trash cards at all. Like, it doesn't matter that they'll have bad pub. You can't use bad pub to remove tags. And the idea is, hey, you can trash all the cards you want, but you're going to just be annihilated in tags. Alright, let's see which one they go for. I do not know how to sneak out agendas in the right order. I just don't. They're already at 3, potentially 4 points. Goodness. It's a high variance play, but typically in this ID, you'd want to sneak out 2 agendas. Yep. I know, the problem is... oh, so frustrating. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can do it this way. So we've got 2 traps on the board. They're not going to run server 1 because they magically know what it is. Oh, indexing. Well, there you go. Good game. Oh, man. If I ever thought of rolling a die to just randomize my installs. That was quick. Ah. Oh, he left. Okay. Maybe you're giving off a tell. You know, so this goes back to my Fear the Walking Dead deck, where every card that got put out was either in a huge point agenda setting up for punitive, or it was a horrific trap. And what I just had to start doing was, it doesn't matter what I had in my hand, I just had to put it out. 2 agendas, fine. Agenda, whatever, right? With this deck, though, like, well, first off, I didn't see, or maybe I'm misremembering already, but I didn't see very many double agendas in my hand at one point where I could agenda, and, well, they just got me with that. Indexing. Didn't see any ice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what tell... I don't know what tell I could be giving off with, like over the computer. I mean, you can't see someone's face. I don't know. Let's see how it goes in here. I also forgot to tell that person I was streaming, so hopefully they won't get upset. Okay. If they can see into my soul. You know, Vadim, I do not discount that. Some of these players exhibit such prescience and such malice aforethought that I have to assume that they are invisibly spectating and cheating. No, that's not it. I know they're not cheating. It does blow my mind that, at least from my side, it looks like I'm playing these cards face up. 2 cards down. Like, what are you going to do? And they just know. They know my soul. They can see into my soul. Alright, well, while we're waiting for someone to join that, let's look and see what we want to play next week. What about you guys in the chat? Any faction you would like to see me play for Runner next week? Ayla. Okay, let me look into Ayla. Shaper. Sorry, I know I'm switching back and forth a lot. That's probably kind of a turn off, but I just want to make sure I don't miss someone joining here. Ghosting. Kevin, I was totally joking about the ghosting thing. I don't think anyone's doing that. Unless they are. U.S. Nationals first place. Marine botany? We'll come back to that. Check out why don't you check this one out there, Vadim, and tell me if that's something that you think would be fun to pilot. Hey. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. I think we keep, because I already have something that I can throw into archives. So draw once, archives, credit, throw that in. Or if you had a specific Ayla deck in mind, you could, of course... it's a self-damage deck. Dadgummit. Oh, this is gonna suck. Some of the card choices seem suspect. Well, hey, how about this, Vadim? If you'd like to see me play Ayla, why don't you find one that you think looks cool, and then just email it to me. And I'll be more than happy to play that next week. Oh, dadgummit. It was definitely a misclick. All right. Hey, what's going on, Kev? Got the hacktivist spectating. All right. Let's put this out. Let's put this on R&D. All right. So either way, we're gonna get. Well, I say either way. Watch, they're gonna play it by any means. What did I tell you? Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. This is frustrating. It's this stupid card. Was there a live stream tonight? Give me just 1 second. All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 points in the bin. It's like, oh, this is the worst case scenario. This is so bad. Help. Okay, so for those of you who are just now tuning in, my name's Charles, and this is Friday Night System Outage, a live stream I do once a week. where apparently all I do as a corporation is get flooded with every enchant in my deck. Oh gosh. Um Goodness gracious. Oh, I do not know what to do. What is happening? Like, that's game. All they have to do is run archives once. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. It's game. I don't think there's any way I can win this. All 3 of my Aries in the bin, of course. How do you like that, Vadim? Like, this is what I'm saying. The one time I drop a card out and they don't run it. What the crap is going on? Yeah, Brendan, do you have any recursion in this deck? This. One card. One card. Oh, man. Okay, well, I don't think I need that. I don't think I need that. Oh my gosh. I guess they're not ever going to install anything. This is terrible. Like, this is game. Like, that's game. Well, actually, I guess not, because they can only steal 1 per turn. Alright, well. Gracious. Oh. Yeah. Yikes. Yikes is right. Alright. So. Nice. Nice. Alright, well, at least that's working in our favor. Still, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Alright, so that puts another news team in there. So that's 1 more they have to deal with. And I know I could have trashed the Liberated, but they have so much deck left, I don't even know that it's worth it. Excuse me. Alright, here we go again. Oh, I could have preempted. That's right. Well, I can do that next turn. Uh, where do I put this? Archives? Right? And then preemptive. 1, 2. Let's bring back another piece of ice. All right. Goodness gracious. At least you're getting rich on this sweet, sweet action movie box. Oh, man. Okay. This is gonna... He's not gonna be happy with that. All right. All right, so now we're protected against kitties and R&D. Need to get him within HHN range. Okay. Just need to get him running. He's not going to want to run after all that stuff, though. Yeah, he was down to $2, Brendan, but he didn't run. He didn't run that turn, so I couldn't use hard-hitting news then. Yeah. Son of a buck. Son of a product placement. Officer Frank. The Corp trashes 2 cards from... Gosh, these freaking self-damage decks, man. Here comes Reciprocites. Oh, no, he just discarded that. Okay. Ugh, Maw's scary. It'd be great to get Maw sent back to hand. Oh, dadgummit. Well, just like POD said, there goes the boom. Ready or not. I feel like I have to jam that. Install 6, 9. It's 12 to get through that. He'll steal 1. All right, this is definitely going to bring him into, hopefully, hard-hitting news range. So the reason I fired that, other than it's really good, is because I also get 2 credits back from this. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's bounce something back. Come on, trash it. Trash it. Oh. All right. So we've got that, and we've got the win in hand. Do we res it? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Oh boy, they're going to be disappointed. Yeah, they are. Big time. Let's give them the 15 minutes. They're not going to want to steal that anyways. 1, 2. So they're going to lose 2. And they're going to take 2 tags. Ooh. Ooh. Unfortunately, all of my tag punishment is gone. There, there, and there. All of it. You've got 2 turns to win. Yeah. Ugh, drawn last click. Oh, dadgummit, dadgummit. That is why you never draw last click. I don't know what I would have gotten rid of anyways, but... remove a tag. And then remove a tag. Alright, so... we need a top deck and agenda. We need 16 credits. Really wish I had the other data raven to drop over that remote. That would have made that real easy, but what are you going to do? forgot about Data Sucker. Well, that's it right there. Whew, man, that was close. That was really close. Super close. Oh, man. Dang, I forgot because he got the kitten. Dang. Man. So close. Man, not enough tag punishment. Thanks for the game. Peace. Okay. Stim hack would be clutch. Oh yeah, let's see. Man, it just doesn't have enough punishment. Like Hunter Seeker really just is not that great. I feel like it would almost be better to take out the Hunter Seeker entirely. Add in 2 more booms and another preemptive. Go with GFI. Over which one? Explodapalooza? Well, no, because I don't want to... Oh, man. You know what I should do? Psychographics. Alright, so I know that's too many. We'll take care of it. And archive memories so you can get the boom. Yeah. I think no closed accounts. No all-seeing eye. Archived? Yeah. Okay. So let's try that. Still the same kind of deal, but we're kind of switching to focus more on the tag punishment, which it clearly doesn't have. Ooh. Streaming! All right. camera's like right in the middle of the dang screen, isn't it? No one told me. Let's try that. It's magic. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Alright. Metafox. And increasing for your last influence so you don't get wrecked by indexing. Have you thought about a franchise city or two? You know, Brendan, you are not the first one to suggest that. I have. Well, let's keep this. I like this hand. It just, I feel like franchise city. Well, first off, this deck plays pretty poor. I know it doesn't seem like it from that last game. I actually ended up getting a lot of credits, but that's pretty unusual. R&D, HQ, gain a credit. Oh, wait, hang on. No, that's... Oh, yeah. Play that. There we go. I don't know that this deck financially could handle Franchise City. I think it's just too expensive. As far as what the title means, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Alright, so we've got more than enough money here. So let's draw this. Let's draw again. And let's put this out, see if they run. Nice. Okay. -1 agenda points. Oh man, it's so brutal. All right, new remote, advance. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get the webcam centered well. All right, so they're going to take a tag here and go to 0 agenda points. Hopefully they run here. They're not gonna. There's no incentive to. I have to pee. Hang on. Hey, give me 1 second. Have to pee real quick. This is a real Netrunner. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. That's what his pee looks like. He should get that checked out. Uh, my pee does not look like embers crackling from the top of a campfire, I assure you. Okay. Well, what do we want to do? Let's draw once. Let's put this on archives. Let's put this on a new remote. There. All right. So they're running clone ship, so I can't. Don't forget about Netrunner cure bugs when tracing. Good looking out. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sorry. The reason I keep ducking around is I have my microphone right here. And it's like right in the middle of my eyesight. So sometimes I have to look around and see what keys I want to be hitting. Yeah, why don't we do that? Well, I don't want to get rid of... I would like to hold 2 snares in hand because they can just waltz through pop-up window. So I want to punish them for running headquarters. But also I need to pad my hand for... Boom. Oh, well, we have archive memories, don't we? I forgot we made that change. Smoke isn't going to run. That is also true. Well, if that's the case, I just score out TGTBT. Ooh. Ooh, and as soon as you say she don't run, she done run. Woo! Reading the board like that is why you're actually a good player, Vadim. Yeah, he's made some good calls. He has. Okay. Are they going to clear the tag for their last click? Yep. Okay. Alright. So, man, not really much to do here. There. We'll let him pick. I can score that one next turn and still have a click to do something. Yeah, clone chips, lots of SATCOMs. There's not quite as much penalty to running. Well, why don't we put this in a new remote? Actually, why don't we put this in server 4? Let's see what they do. I don't run clone chips in my smoke, so I tend to avoid unadvanced remotes. can break it, but it's a lot of tags. Well, 2. Still. Man, smoke is so efficient. My goodness. I feel like hard-hitting news is just off the table from here on out. Because I'm not going to be able to get them to spend that kind of money unless I drop a toll booth on R&D. Dang. Got that Beal. Got that Beal. Tapworm. Alright, we just need to get this crap out so that I can score this AR. This Ares. Gotta get that scored. We'll just mask it in a bunch of crap. Hopefully. Dadgummit, every time! This is what I'm saying. Every time! Oh, man. Every single time. Senior taps. Oh, Brendan, that's good. I haven't seen Senior taps in a while. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm in trouble here. I'm in trouble, for sure. Oh, my goodness gracious. I just don't know. I don't know. It's too early to call. Goodness gracious. Can't take credit for that. One of the commentators at Worlds called it that. Drew little mustaches on his cards and everything. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, like, how? I think I've only ever scored that agenda one time. I can never score it. It's always stolen. Every time. Every single time. That was dumb, wasn't it? Because they're going to get 2 from that. Oh, come on. Come on. That's game. Man. It's like each one has a homing beacon on it. Okay. Indexing is my favorite green card. Thanks for the game. It was a learning experience. Peace in our time. Alright, so... Man, this deck. That might actually have been the worst matchup, ironically. Smoke. That was rough. Sniped every single one of those. Goodness. Goodness. Alright, well, I tell you what. I think we're going to leave it there for this week. Next week, I'm going to be playing an Ayla deck. Vadim had mentioned that he wanted to see me play Ayla, so I'm going to do that. If you guys have a specific Ayla deck in mind, please, you can either link it in the comments below, or you can email it to me at systemoutage@outlook.com. And you know, if I get multiples, then I'll pilot a couple different ones. They can be tier 1, they can be like total jank. It doesn't matter. I really like jank. I like playing fun decks, and you know, like, yeah, I like playing tier 1 decks. I like winning. But I also just like playing decks that are fun to play, that are really unique, like this one. Not a great deck, but it was interesting, and I really liked how a lot of those assets just kind of stack up in archives, and it becomes really punishing. So I found that to be a lot of fun. Anyways, so like I said, that's it for this week. Make sure to comment and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. If you have any suggestions on how I can make the channel or videos better, or things I could do to improve my commentary, or if I said something that bothered you, or any kind of feedback really would be greatly appreciated, either in the comments below or at systemoutageatoutlook.com. And we'll leave it there. Peace in our time.